Alright, we are here with Drybones versus Jack Skellington. Correlation, they're dead. I really I don't know what the correlation is besides that they're skeleton boys. But this is by Gnome YT, and Gnome YT has this. I haven't heard of this series, honestly. Rhinoceros Rap Rumbles. I think I've heard, what was it? I heard one or two, I think, rap battles from this series, and I'm not 100% sure if that's true. So, I don't know what to expect, but I'm ready, I guess. Interesting showing a camera at the beginning of Drybones versus Jack Skellington, and the front thumbnail shows two artwork things, but we'll see. I have no idea.
Jack
Sorry, I was a little distracted by the by the announcer, because this is the first time, I think, that I've seen a person be the announcer, which is actually something I was pondering about if I want to start my own rap battle series. Which, if I get some feedback on my Karma cover, which is coming. Sorry to plug that again, but my Karma cover that's coming soon. If the rap is actually good, because I don't know if my stuff is good unless people tell me it's good, then I could actually start my own rap battle series, which I think would be pretty sick. But I was thinking of having me as the announcer, like be there with a green screen or something as the announcer for it. So this is a good idea, in my opinion. I have no idea if it really is, but like, I like it. So this is cool. Like, I want it to be goofy, just like that. So that's a great example. Rattle you, haven't I suffered enough? Oh, actually, just right off the bat, rattle you, haven't I suffered enough? Because when you bounce on a big Drybones, he rattles and it goes like, and it like goes in pain. So it's like, rattle you, haven't I suffered enough? That's pretty funny. Oh, okay. Well, we'll let him flow for a bit before I break it down.
Rattle you, haven't I suffered enough? Always on a proper till life over and over, just like irrelevance. When it comes to kingly figures, this is more benevolent. You're so good with your citizens, you're Jack Frost Skellington. Prepare to have your ego filled with mind blown. I'll send you to the ground and let you ride home. Suddenly like a drunk and sing the highbrow. For the St. Patrick's vibe zone.
Okay, let's break down that. That's enough. Okay. Always torn up Brock back to life over and over and over, like your relevance. Like your relevance, because like it's like, oh, I guess you mean something again, because Nightmare Before Christmas is only cared about or watched around Christmas time and wasn't even cared about until like what, 30 years later or something? I don't know. Something like that. So yeah, that's a good bar.
When it comes to kingly figures,
when it comes to kingly figures, Bowser's more benevolent. Yeah, because they're both kings and Bowser's cooler. Yeah, you get it. Because Jack Frost, cold. Just like cold in the heart for your citizens. You get it.
Prepare to have your ego filled with mind blown. I'll send you to the grave and let you ride home.
Okay.
Suddenly like a drunk and sing the highbrow. Gone for the St. Patrick's vibe zone.
St. Patrick's vibe zone. I don't get that one. I know who St. Patrick is. That's another holiday, but I don't fully get the bar behind it. So that's just me. I'm finicking with the mic still. Hold on. There we go. This should be good.
Making all your subjects look at night, no. All you really steals workers rights, yo.
Right, yo.
Try to smash me up, not to survive, though. But you with a girlfriend.
Oh. Oh. It took me a second to calculate the bar, and I realized I can't put that in now because it's inappropriate. But it's a good bar, so the link to the channel is in the description. Go watch the original video, because I'm not gonna include that bar. It's too sus for my for this channel, but you can go watch the original. It's very good so far.
Language more outdated than your morals, you can do this.
Language more outdated than your morals, you can. Language more outdated than your. It's because it's 30 years ago, right? So are they using like? I've never seen A Nightmare Before Christmas. I should have clarified. I know exactly who Drybones is because I'm a Mario clown, but I don't know. All I know from Jack Skellington is what I read on the Wikipedia page, as well as Jack Skellington versus Sans when I watched the Eddie battle. Which, let me know if you want to actually see me break down that, because I love that battle. That battle's sick. So that's all I know about Jack Skellington. So I don't know what language they use, if they say old things like, that's so fly broski, or I don't know. With rapping skill more and more padded than his singing every 2 minutes. I don't get that either. I know they sing often in that movie, but I don't know why it's called padded. That's probably my bad again.
Like a live source, shine gold in my eyeball. While you're such a sick you see through as a buoy.
Hold on, that was a cool inside rhyme scheme. Let's talk about that for a second.
Language more dated than your rolls. You could do this. A rapper skin more padded and it's singing every 2 minutes. Like a live source, shine gold in my eyeball.
Like a live soul, shine gold in my eyeballs. Dude, that actually sounds cool. And also, yeah, you can see it right there. He's got gold in his eyes. Nice. Because he's got no soul, and so do boos. In fact, boos are literally just souls and nothing else. So, nice. All right, we have a good opener from Dry Bones. Let's see what Jack Skellington has to say about it. I missed that, sorry. Okay, it's a little bit hard to understand what he's saying, but that's probably just because I haven't listened to a fast rap battle in a while, so it's probably me not being mentally prepared for it, but it's a little hard to understand some of what Jack's saying so far, so I'm going to calculate what we just heard. Just like me, you switched your style, but it worked not at all. So did Jack Skellington switch styles in the movie, or was there a remake of the movie I've never heard of, and it's a switch of styles? I don't know. I'm missing things. I wish I saw the movie. I've seen better consistency within all my voice actors. That's a little bit of a self-diss, though. I mean, yeah, it's like you're telling him that he's not consistent because of the style switch thing from the last bar, which makes it kind of a diss towards Dry Bones as well. But I would never go for a self-diss unless you're clearly winning the battle already. Like a self-diss that also is dissing the opponent is something that I would put in the second verse of the second person. So that's just me, but I mean it's a little bit of self-diss, so not a great opener for Jack so far. Good luck. You gotta pick it up, Jack. Come on, you gotta pick it up, because Dry Bones kind of rocked you a bit, kind of rattled you a bit. Dry Bones. All right, sorry. Okay, he's talking about repetition, like stop doing the same thing over and over, because of the Mario games are all repetitious, they're all the same all the time, but also back forth, because that's what Dry Bones do. They just walk this way, and then they walk this way, and then they walk this way. So, yeah, they don't do anything unique. That's totally fair, except in Mario World, where they yeet the bones, but they probably will talk about that later. So, thrown into the void, I guess the galaxy's way milks you hard. Is that what happens in Super Mario Galaxy? I'm trying to remember, because that was such a good game. I don't know why I can't remember. What do Dry Bones do in that game? Or are they in that game? No, they're in that game. Oh, it's because they only exist with wings, right? So you can drop them in the void quite easily. That's the only way to kill them, I think, actually. So that makes sense. And then Galaxy's way milks you hard, because Milky Way is a galaxy, right? So that's a cool double reference there. That's very cool. I like that. Ooh, wait a minute. Mario Party Superstars? He's not a character? Wow. Okay. And then I'm starting Bright in the Moonlight because that's like the thumbnail, the front poster. Okay, he's picking it up. Jack's picking it up, and he barely even started. And the very worst game is the only time that you're a boss. Is Dry Bones a boss character in one of the bad Mario games? That's obviously what the reference is. I can't think of the exact game that he's talking about because Dry Bones as a boss. Are we thinking of New Super Mario Bros. For the DS? Is that what it is? I'll probably put it in editing because this will be a shorter video, I think. No, it won't. It's been 10 minutes already. Never mind. We're just gonna keep playing. Okay, I don't know why I didn't expect that, but that's another bar I can't put in there. But the Diddy Kong one, I don't get either. Oogie Boogie Pass, yes! Okay, that's cool. And then he's wriggling on the floor, because that's all Dry Bones can do, really, is just like before. But then the electric ball thing is because of some levels in the same games that he's in. There are little electric balls that you're supposed to avoid, and then he's in there too. Drowning you with flow sickness, so it doesn't make total sense. That player's super top. I'm drowning you with flow sickness, so it doesn't make total sense. Oh, that's a Mario Maker reference, and that's a really cool one as well, because it's the dry bone shell that's upside down, and you sit and you roll this way. So it's like, it doesn't really make sense that I'm still destroying you with my sick flows, and yet players use you to roll on top of the poison. So he's saying it doesn't make sense. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. That's very clever.
Roll the dice and how well you encountered or reference like landscapes and shame. Go up inside yourself.
Curl up inside yourself because he's a turtle. Okay, who's winning after that? Because that's pretty good. I feel like, honestly, Jack Skellington so far, but I'm going to let this play a little bit faster, and I'll describe things that seem like truly confusing that I somehow understand. If it's like pretty obvious, like he pretty much just says like, your movie sucked. That's like, why do I have to pause and explain that? It's like, your movie sucked. So anyways.
You even done with Waluigi figure sit still. The abyss of poison doctor, he knew he could spit ill. Fun for my own advances.
Because Doctor Sickness, yeah, you get it.
That's a cowardice. For massively relying on your privileges now that is. Disregarded
okay.
And it's Nabbit in the end. Like
Nabbit is a character in Mario Bros. U. Very cool.
Was element you screwed over even as a friend. Of the Ben's name relation.
Screws because she's like Frankenstein or something like that, I think. I'm not 100% certain.
Disregarded Halloween and it's a Nabbit in the end. Just like was element you screwed over even as a friend. Of the Ben's name relation. You like for Santa wants a master heavy, then they left you for the net to shred.
Okay, then they left you for the net to shred. Okay, he said just like Sans, because that's the reference to the battle Jack Skellington versus Sans, which is sick. I love when rap battle artists do that. They reference other battles by other people. But then we have, they left you for the net to shred because after Sans' game, it's like now Sans is just a giant meme on the internet. It's like some people don't even know where Sans is from. They know Sans, and then people are told that he's from Undertale. It's like, what's Undertale? So that makes sense. Lava Bonfire, is that a level name? I'm not 100% sure. And also Jack Skellington's not really a skeleton, he's a pumpkin. So. Yeah, because the studio was canceled or whatever, something like that. Okay, good second verse. I think Jack might end up taking this if he has anything to say about what if he has anything to retaliate about. Okay, because Mario smashes them. You get it. You're dry, Bones. Yep. Dark? I don't get the dark part. I don't know if that's a reference to Christmas thing. Okay, yeah.
That prediction was simply anticipating my fire flow that you can set up in your Wellington attire.
I don't get any of that. That's all Nightmare Before Christmas. I think I really need to see that. Sorry, what? You detach like our dead skulls. Okay. I get it. That's cool, actually. You're only in newer 3D games by drinking Red Bull because the caption for Red Bull in the commercials is Red Bull gives you wings. So Dry Bones never gets into any of the 3D games unless he has wings, because otherwise he's just kind of just a Koopa, except you don't get a shell. So it's the only thing keeping him unique is he's got wings. That's really cool, actually. Good job analyzing that, Gnome.
He's gotten stripped down worse than you in the car to admit.
Really? Interesting. I don't remember Dry Bones being in the cartoon, like the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Interesting. But my what? I heard blah 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 blah. No, I'm kidding. But my what? But my attacks had no effect.
You're not Coopery skin. You're Cooper D skin.
Ooh. Who's next? We decide. Well, it says New Year's bonus because it was late, so it's not a Christmas bonus this time. Alright. Light? Oh, Light did that. Nice. I'll keep him in mind. Just Gamer? Okay, nice. Very cool. Okay, I stopped on the last frame of the video. Okay, who won that? At the end of that, honestly, Jack Skellington, because that was really cleverly written with the 3D world, the 3D games line. I really liked that. So, well done. Go subscribe to Gnome, and then have a Merry Christmas. I know this is supposed to be a Christmas battle, and it's actually New Year's, but for me, it's not either of those. It's past that. Have a Merry Christmas anyway. That's the slogan of the channel. Again, subscribe to Gnome. All right, you better do it.